Okay, well, I've been doing a lot of the Asia tier 3, 2, 3, trying to get up to 4, which I have a pretty good cache of 4 boats now. I'm working the Caledon. I just did a junky job on that. I didn't bother streaming that ridiculousness. But I figured I've got it. I might as well just go ahead and get enough XP to research the next one up for the Caledon, whatever that cruiser is. I don't care. But I'm that close, so I might as well just do the deed. So anyway, that's failed operation is completing now, which is why you see that in battle. But I've been passing the Swan up here on the Asian server forever and ever and ever. It seems like a long time since I've played any tier 1 here on the Asian server. So I said, let's just do a match or two, just something to get back to familiar territory here. I don't have anything on the Swan, as you can see. I don't have the big captain. I've got the stealth upgrade, but I don't have. It's not a long range Swan, as you can see here. We're still working on that to get a long range Swan going. And so anyway, yeah, there you go. See the wonderful stuff I did there. So it's Captain didn't have a whole lot going for it right now, but I just haven't played a whole lot. So yeah, there's a respectable number of people on the Asian server right now, so we might as well buzz in there. Oh my goodness, maybe not as respectable as I thought. But yeah, I've wanted to get a cache of tier 4 boats because they're able to they're the base tier as far as participating in anything. And I was working to get the October Revolution in both the North American and the Asian server. Excuse me. And so far, both servers, I'm all the way up to speed on that quest. And the next quest starts tomorrow, which is, I guess, the third and final round of missions. So hopefully I can get those done. And the shtick is you get the October Revolution at the end of everything, port slot for it, the captain and such. But in the meantime, you get a free port slot. I think to complete the first of this last series of 3 missions, completing the first of that last series gets you a port slot. So that's fine. I certainly don't mind port slots that I don't pay for. And since I've just determined not to put any money in this game, I'm going to put as much resources into this game as Wargaming does. And since they allow people to team kill and think that their shaming program is enough to stop them, you can't shame people that have no shame. So, it's reflected damage. So what? So all they do is they're out of that particular round. I mean, I did the Caledon. I had a pink destroyer right next to me. I take right off, and that, I don't know, level 3 destroyer, I think it was a Wagataki, takes a second to load in, or a few seconds, whatever, and then kicks up smoke. I'm going, why is it kicking up smoke? It hasn't even moved yet. And I've got a Wyoming that's behind me that's coming along. Sure enough, there's torpedoes going right out of there. He kicks the smoke up so he can't be aimed at, and then he's got his torpedoes running. I guess he kicks his smoke so he can't be aimed at. Anyway, and, whacks the Wyoming with his torpedoes. Yes, he gets a lot of reflected damage, but you know what? When he doesn't care about reflected damage, it's like it's like what it is. I mean, when the punishment you inflict is no punishment to the people having it inflicted upon them, then it's no punishment. I don't care. I'll just go on another boat and kill people. I just enjoy griefing other people. And so Wargaming allows them to keep logging in, and reflected damage. So and he's right. The Wyoming took minimal damage, and every torpedo did 500 to 800 damage on the walkie-talkie. But at the end of the show, I had a damaged battleship, and we were down a destroyer. And so when Wargaming thinks it doesn't harm anyone except the person, okay, then why don't you just start making games, setting up matches to where, okay, this group has 8 ships, including 3 destroyers. This group has 7 ships, including 2 destroyers. So it's going to be 1 less ship, 1 less destroyer, and let's call that even, because that's what they're doing now. When they're letting these people log back in and continually grief, that's exactly what they're doing. Except they're just letting the player himself, who doesn't care, skew the match from the beginning. So just go ahead and skew it anyway, because you just don't care. So why should you bother? So as long as Wargaming allows these people to continue thinking that their little automatic shame program will shame people that have no shame, then fine. I'll continue to play this game as only a free-to-play. Only. I won't put one dime. Now, I know people say, so what? I will. Well, yeah, I know you will, because you're the same people that your ancestors did nothing but buy from Standard Oil, and then after Standard Oil became a monopoly, you cried to the government, oh, please save us from this monopoly that we would only buy from, and we did this to ourselves, and somebody else has to save us. So anyway, so go ahead, just keep supporting a company, because as long as they get your cash, they don't care about your feedback. Companies listen to cash flow, and when cash flow is down, they go, hey, how come our cash flow is down? Why aren't you spending? Oh, you want to know why? We'll tell you why. But as long as they don't want to know why, because there's nothing to know, then they'll just do what they do. So World of Warships is an absolutely and completely free-to-play game for me. Not one American dime, not one European euro, not one Chinese yuan or Russian ruble, not one. When they start caring enough about their game to do the most minimal policing of the grounds, then maybe I'll care at least minimally to buy port slots or maybe premium or whatever like that. But no, they don't care. Then no, not a dime. Not a dime. All right, here we go. My little rant's done. Now we know that on maps like this, one is there and one is there. They are grouped together in the north while we are split apart in the south. I don't know why it does that. It does that. So I got an Erie and a Swan, so I should not be cruising up north, but it's 2-on-2 match. Why not? Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's do it. So here we go. I'm missing my chat modification stuff down here. I tell you, these maps with these colors, and then you say, yeah, I can read this green. Yeah, I can read that right. It's just ridiculous, your inability to color things here. And they can't put it in there. They have to have mods to write them, because they don't know enough about their own program to add these items to it. Wargaming, truly a Mickey Mouse company. Alright, what a great game. As long as you make 0 investments in it and just enjoy the straightforwardness of it. Alright, we're gonna dink in here, although I have every expectation of seeing him come around that corner. But just in case they want to come over here, I'll have option. I'm basically splitting the rock right now. Keep my back gun at least in this direction, and so that when I turn, I can at least, yes, give them a bit of broadside like so. Alright, so of course we get the Erie out of the chute, right, and here we go. Let's try to start putting some hurt on the Erie here in these first few seconds. There we go. Alright. Did I really knock him down to half? I do not believe it. And look at here. Look, oh yeah. Ah yeah. As if on cue. Alright, we got to get purchase on that sideboard. There we go. Thanks for playing. Alright, where's that Eerie Peary? Eerie Peary. We'll ease around here. There's the bub. Alright. Now on the Eerie, there's almost no soft spots for my boat, my guns anyway. Now we just gotta take what we can get here. Sometimes we might be able to purchase a little bit of Citadel right on the rump. Right on the rump, but nope, the other guy got him. That's okay, I don't care. It don't matter to me. Yeah, I just like to do the damage. Okay. Let's see if we can get a better run than 2-on-2. We may not get much better than a 2-on-2. We'll give it a go anyway. See what we can get here. Now, just to remind you, the sound goes out like that just because I've alt-tabbed out. Doing some forum reading and such. And what there is in the forums, checking the latest Reddit runs here and such. Supposedly there's a commander respec, which should be nice, although I've already spent a lot of XP to respec my captain, my Swan captain on the American server. But just needed to do that. Needed. No, we're just not going to get much more than 4, are we? Not much more than 4. Pain is, I use the matchmaking monitor program. Got downvoted a lot in Reddit, not because I didn't add anything. I did add stuff to it. I talked about how I used it in my tier 1 play, but of course since people don't like their tier 1 play, downvote says it doesn't add anything of value. But to people in Reddit, many of them with thin skins and double-digit IQs, that does mean I don't like what you say. So, but I use it just to focus on the real experts and to know which ones aren't experts. And you know, for them, I give them plenty of shots on me. I'm not very aggressive with the ones who have hard-most no work, so that they can take shots on me and you know, I do a little angling and such to give them a flavor for that. But matchmaker monitor ever occasionally doesn't work at all, and it never works for battles on less than 4. So battles like this, it just sits there because it just, for some reason, they can't work on battles of 3 or 2 or 1-on-1. Can't do it. It's kind of a pain. Kind of a pain. Yeah, sorry about the yawns here. Started today pretty early today. So, all right, now we know that they are spread out. I got one guy over here, probably trying to arc that way. This guy's either coming north or arcing back to meet in the middle. But one way or the other, I should not be doing this. I should be arcing, or not arcing, but in fact just drawing a straight line south, using that island, because one way or the other, I'm going to meet one boat well before I meet the other boat. So, So I've already wasted some precious moments, but that's okay. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. One of these are, yeah, one of these. Okay, the Hermelin is a clanner, and apparently knows what he's doing. Is so I need to be a little more circumspect here and not so cavalier. But as I said, one way or the other, we'll meet one. Here's the Hermelin. Okay, so they are moving to the middle, and will likely whack my Orland friend. That's the 11C guy. He was with me last round. Alright, my standard maneuver in something like this, I'll usually come to here and then track back this way and see if I can't sneak around in behind just to add some spice to life. You know, just add some spice. Not do the... For me, it's the same thing, but for them, it's probably some very new tactic as opposed to this classic. I'm out in the middle. I'll start shooting at the first boat I see without any consideration for a second boat coming into view and beginning to kill me. They just don't think that far. Just sail straight along, and start shooting something, and not hit anything. Ah, the first hits. The other guy apparently knows how to shoot, and is demonstrating his marksmanship. And now the Orland is making a turn. Undoubtedly will draw fire right into my situation. Oh! Yes, it's called detonation and devastating strike. What it actually is a stinking lucky shot. If there is a single thing that really gives me pause to really consider uninstalling this game, it's detonation. Because there's just not a way to fight. Oh, you can put a flag on. Let's see, detonation. I get 10 flags. And then after that, we're back at detonation. And of course, you know you're going to detonate on the 12th game after you burn the 10 flags. So no real pertinent value. Alright, so his friend is either AFK or was cruising the north in order to cap our base. If he's AFK, the Orland is on his way to his location. If he's capping our base, and he is, he will be manifestly unsuccessful as there's only one of him. And with two of us, our base caps now much more quickly. We go from 232 to knock a minute off of that straight away. So I don't know how much Edo99 knows about this game. Apparently not a great deal, since he does not seem to be arcing south. But that's okay, because our guy doesn't seem to know much either about capping. So I am going to have to reset that caps in case this clown gets us killed. There we go. Okay, so now that our cap has been reset, even if this guy dies, I should have some capability. Is he dying? No, he seems to be doing alright. So the other guy can't shoot. That's something, I suppose. But he is resetting our cap. Because this dork doesn't learn. Let me flip back out around. I'm not done presenting myself as a target yet. Look at that. These just monkeys. They just work out of the chimpanzee book of, oh, ship, shoot, ship, shoot. Now, I don't know if this guy recognizes. Yes, he does. Okay. That his cause is lost, trying to cap. He's probably cast out, from all I From his trajectory, he could be flipping, flying out here, doing nothing. Just can't keep his hand off the trigger. Doesn't know how to do it. Attention span of a gnat. And the fortitude of same. Alright. Oh, let's do one more. Okay. Whew. Ah, yes. A little ice water. Very refreshing. Looks like we may be getting the boats. New boat Shin Ang N or whatever that thing is, a tier 1 boat. I have not looked over the. Yeah, I'm here in the North American forums. I might as well. Let's see what the rundown is for these deer here. Okay. Well, maybe we're not getting the new ships yet. No, I guess we're not getting the new ships with this one. Okay. We've been teasing us with those Pan-Asian boats. But, well, there's been the tease. There's not going to yet be the reveal. Alright, so what do we got? Oh, look, it's the exact same lineup. Alright. I'm in the south, and they're in the north. Okay. Good. Here we go. Got a couple swans against us. Alright. We're going to make a straight beeline to that center-lined island there, just on our nose. Yes, we are. We're going to see what we can do about that. Okay, so we're at full speed on there, so that's going to take us an hour and a half to get there. That guy did, on that previous map, turn toward the center to meet his teammate. So I'm going to guess that that will probably be the same behavior again. If that's the case, the southern ones do here and move in this direction, which would keep me, as I'm getting closer, out of his detection. Could detect me through that little deal there, but that's pretty well closed off now. But if he surprises me with a southerly appearance, we'll be as ready as we can and see what we can't do to dispatch ASAP. Northern guy should not get down here before to detect me, even if he's coming straight on down. This guy, when he comes to this area here, should detect him in this area if they are meeting in the middle for the standard fare of combining their guns. Standard preached doctrine. It's not always a practiced doctrine, but a standard preached one. Okay, I'm not even going to bother looking south. Would have been south, I'd have probably seen him by now. He could still surprise me, but so if he does, then he's all alone down there, so it's one-on-one. Swano a Swano. But he's up north, so that's good. That's good. Now let's see if I can't get some free shots on this guy before he gets his guns turned about. Alright. There we go. Alright. Very good. Now what we will do is get our stealth reestablished. Here we go. Stealth is back on. Alright. Alright, so I don't know what he's going to do. He could just try to turn and make a beeline toward our base, which I'd be fine, because he'd be broadside for a while. That's alright. Don't mind that at all. Could be coming down to protect his base, thinking that I'm spun around to the back. That's fine too. Let's think that. That's good. Ready for it either way. Alright, we're going to find out one way or the other what his plan of attack is. And his plan of attack is that. And we need to get purchase on his hull. I mean, we've got to get purchase on his hull quickly. There we go. Whew. Gotta get purchase on his hull. Man. Alright. Alright, alright. So it was just a sail in the straight line strategy. Okay, that'll be fine. Thank you very much. I haven't watched MST or anything like that while I've been playing for a very long time. I'll probably put some of those things back in our lineup. I did watch Three Stooges, but I got flagged on one of my, when I put the video on YouTube. Yeah, because of Disney, Walt Disney Company. Because everything is built up on a cartoon mouse, Congress in the United States continues to increase the length of time a copyright is valid. It used to be for like 20 years, and then for the lifetime of the creator, and then for 10 years after the creator's death, and everything was because of the Disney lobby. Everything was to satisfy the lobby that Disney put upon the U.S. Congress for their copyright laws. And so now copyright is just asinine. There's almost no such thing as public domain anymore, because of the skewedness and the rottenness of congressmen that will receive perks in order to write bad laws. They are horrid human beings, generally speaking. And they always make the best noise in the world. Yes, they do make the wonderful noise, sure. But they are horrid. And so the stuff that was done now 75 years ago is still under some copyright. Can't create any new content. We must continue to try to make a buck off of stuff that's 3/4 of a century old. So the copywriting is skewed and crap in the USA. But the MST people are a little more free. They still retain their copyright, obviously, because anybody can, because of the horrid mongoloids that are the congressmen of the United States of America. But the MST people don't mind. I'm not making any money, obviously, off of it, and so it's just some more exposure for their product. Not really losing any real money from it. Okay, who have I got? I've got the EDO guy on my side this time. So it just looks like it's the same 3 people waiting for match after match. Alright, I got an Orlan and a Swan over there. Okay. I'm going to head absolutely full speed ahead straight north. And they'll do whatever they do. Or whatever the timer lets us do it. I do have these up here, but this part of the mod has nothing to do with the chat, but has to do with the clock here and the health bars that you see on either side going on there. And you can have it in Russian or in English. Yeah, thanks. So a Swan and an Orlan. Orlan's easily dispatched if you can get purchase on the tiny bit of hull. Okay. We're going to cruise on down and expose me. Which is what Orlans do because they are so fast. And these people turn it on full speed and just run headlong into the enemy. They have no concept of circumspect. They do not know what they're doing because they are baby seals just playing this game. Yeah. So here I am trying to get some citadels and to dispatch this guy before he takes all my health as he just sits there constantly in the forward motion. And there's his friend now utilizing his spotting of me to shoot. Yeah, and so it goes. So we'll see what my Bougainville friend does. I think that my Bougainville friend will probably do nothing. That'll be pretty par for the course, I think. Look, I'm backing up. That's all I know to do because I'm a noob. There you go. Alright, so I got this guy here. He really has got to be dispatched. He is distracted. That's good. So what we will now do is put some hurt on his hull ASAP. Yes, we will. Very nice, and at least try to even things up. We'll give our Bougainville friend a little bit of relief as this guy rethinks who his priority target should be. There we go. However, he did not think hard enough. So, all right. Okay. So the planner here had kind of a tough time. He had some good spotting from his silly cannon fodder, also known as whatever that guy was. And that's generally what noobs do. They just fly forward. Well, I'm watching a thing on World of Tanks, and this guy, he is a foul mouth, so I'm not even going to advertise him, but I understand his sentiment. He just talks about the stupidity of the tank drivers that just fly headlong into the enemy. They give no thought for how to win the game. They just think that they got to get in there and shoot tanks. Well, I've talked about that for, oh my goodness, since I've been streaming. This mentality, it's just a chimpanzee mentality. It's like they trained the chimps on the first space flights. They see a light, they punch a button. Well, this chimp mentality goes the same way in war boats. They see a ship and they must start shooting. Ship shoot, ship shoot. And they think that's the whole purpose. And so they have to hurry up and see a ship as quickly as possible so that they can start shooting ship. It's just a chimpanzee mentality. They have no concept of strategy. There's no circumspect, no consideration, no plan. Just, the enemy's south. I go south to find the enemy, then I can shoot ship. And that's generally the extent of the higher thinking that goes into some of these tier 1 matches. So I enjoy mixing it up. I enjoy being hidden, popping out of the unexpected locations, and for a while it beats them up, but if they stay around long enough, they can learn something about strategy rather than just flying to the nearest ship and start shooting, and then whoever gets the last shot. That's not that at all. More to it than that. Okay, so what have I got here? I've got a new person has shown up. I've got the 11C guy that I killed last round. The other guy does not have the E something whatever that thing was. Got a new contender, a Mad Fighter. I love all these rough and tough names. Mad Fighter. I got a couple Swans. Of course, since it's a 2-on-2, I got no matchmaking, so I don't know whether this Mad Fighter's got 40,000 games or what. Anyway, we'll go to our near westerly perch. Started. It is a 2-on-2, but the last time that guy showed the clanner guy moved this way rather than coming down that way, so I'm gonna think that he might do that again. I don't know. One way or the other, they're over there, so I'm gonna come around and use this corner, stick my nose out, and see what develops. Alright, turned our engines off. There's one, that's Mad Fighter. We don't have the Mr. Clanman send me a dream yet. He has not shown up on the landscape. Hey, my guy seems to be showing a little thought here. Just a little though. Running out into the middle. Yeah, let's make sure we're out in the middle. Because that's the strategic spot, is running out into the middle. That's where the best place to be is out in the middle. Well, so where is Clan Man? Don't know. Love for him to come running around this side. Shoosh! Give him a little surprise on the other side of the hull, so to speak. Well, my guy seems to have survived alright, I guess because Mad Fighter may be upset, but he is not very adept. Excuse me. So as my guy continues to range up the middle, he is informing me that the clanner is either not showing up or is going the long way around and is actually coming in behind me. Which could well be. That would be an excellent maneuver. A most excellent maneuver. There we go. Okay. Well, there's our clan man. Mr. Clan Man. So it's a 2-on-1. My guy that's dutifully sitting on the wrong side of the island. Getting all the protection of being on the wrong side of the island. Just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't want to be protected by the island. I want to make sure they can get a full, good broadside shots at me. Okay. Sounds like a plan. A stupid plan. Alright, what am I going to do? You know what? Let's press north. It's a good idea. We'll press north. Now, if they know anything, they probably should be expecting me from the west, which is where I'm coming from. Since they've not seen me anywhere, and they've both been tooling around in the east for quite some time, and I've made no appearance whatsoever. So it would be logical for them to start assessing my entry in from the west here. Okay, so they took a good route there and start capping our base. That's good. That's good. Good plan. Thing to do. We're not going to fly around the top of here, Willie Nelson, or any other Willie. We're going to sink Mad Fighter really quick just to have that boat out of our way. He's going to turn, but he's not going to turn in time. There we go. Okay. Now that the Mad Fighter is cooling off, we will tend to this guy who is not going to give me his broadside, and I have made the mistake of giving him mine, and I'm not going to repeat that mistake, but he is going to repeat it. Fair enough. Let's use it for all that it's worth. Cowabunga. There you go. Alright. Okay. I don't care about that. Alright. Yeah, well, they are sitting out in the middle. Let's not scope a defensive position. Let's make sure that we are right out in the middle and such an easy and available target. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's what policemen do, isn't it? When they're in a gunfight with somebody else, they run out in the middle of the yard. Because that's the best place to be, is right out in the middle where they're a great target. Yeah. Well, when you're in a gunfight, you're wanting to shoot around corners. You're wanting not to expose yourself directly and thoroughly. However, that most basic understanding seems to be absolutely extinct when it comes to warship play. Oh, I gotta be out in the middle. Well, I don't know. Not sure what's out in the middle that they think they need to be out there with. Okay, so I got Edo back. The clanner's got that person there, a couple of swans, so they're not going to get to that place too much quicker than I will. The last time I did this, and that Orland showed up, the Orland can show up there because the Orland's got almost 6 knots on me. So when they put that Orland in high gear and point it in a straight line, that thing will pass me like my hair will blow my hair back. So we got a couple swans, so they're going to be at best 1 knot. If they've got the whatever the flag is, it gives you an extra knot on your speed. I used it a few times, and probably use it every time if it was free, but I'm cheap as dirt, so it's not free, so I don't use it. Just play my regular old flagless camelless little swan. Alright. Now, as that island's in the middle, if they're beelining that island, they should be as far toward it, like right there, as I am. That's why I always like to arc in a little bit. So that way, if they are just on the outside of it, like that, I get an extra second or two of... Okay, I'm going to trust that he may not know how to shoot me yet. If I can get a few purchase on his beautiful, beautiful broadside. There we go. Alright, so he's already 1,800 points down, and we're happy about that. I am 200 points down. I am not happy about that, but I'll live with it. I do mean I'll live with it. Okay. Now, last time he saw me was going the other way. So if he wants to come down and maintain that trajectory, I will surprise him. With a happy surprise. Well, happy for me anyway. Alright. Anytime. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Hi. Look at there. Yep, I'm right here. Here I am. It'll be tough to be you, I tell you that. For free. Of course, unless my guns can't seem to reach your boat. Just can't get the projectiles over there, can you? No. Yep. Black Swan. Worst guns in the game. Look at that. Trying to aim right at the boat, and it can't seem to get the shells to the boat. Just can't seem to do it. Alright, now I'm 3/4 of the way down. Let us see. That guy AFK? He appears to be AFK. Well, alright. I don't think he's throwing shells. No, his guns don't even appear to be pointed, so he's probably disconnected. Not merely AFK, but in fact not even in the game. The client is disconnected or something. Sadly, so we'll literally take our free shots here. This poor guy. Drop him down to zip. There we go. Alright. Well, this has been, we could call it seal clubbing, I suppose, except for that one clanner that I've taken out each time. Really consider him a seal, I wouldn't think. Let's do one more. They keep putting us on opposite. One would think that after 4 or 5 matches, whatever we've had, that we would run into each other on the same team. And this matchmaker is indeed keeping us apart. trouble getting anything at all this round. Yeah, we may well just have a one-on-one at this point in time. I think we were gonna get a one-on-one in this one. Well, I think. So I guess this will probably be my last game. Wow. We'll go the whole 5 minutes here, I suppose. Alright. Okay. Alright. Coming up on 5. It'll be a 2-on-2 or maybe a 4-on-4. Or, I mean, a 1-on-1. I don't know. Here we go. Okay. Looks like the clanner bowed out. Alright, so we got our last battle here, as in against an Eerie. Of course, it's going to be an Eerie. But it's the best opportunity for that player. I have the boat that is hardest for me to deal with. So that works. That's okay. Can't complain about it. Alright, let's get this one done and get out of here. What do you say? What do you say? Yeah, the Eerie is kryptonite to the Black Swan. Black Swan is a glass jaw that basically the equal of the Orlan. And the Eerie has the biggest gloves in this boxing match. The Eerie has the toughest armor, the Black Swan's smallest guns. And I can only get a Citadel on an Eerie when my nose is almost, or at least my guns are almost 90 degrees, and probably only within about 10 degrees, 80 to 100 degree swing. So I can get a citadel, and even then I've got to be at close range. So in my non-citadels, there's just silly damage, and it's just laughable. So I've got to take a lot of punches from the heaviest hitter in the game while I'm trying to sting him with my mosquitoes. It really is a great disparity. But one to be overcome. I know how to drive my boat to give it the Erie, the minimal targeting cross-section, and I know where to shoot so as to give my bullets the greatest chance of citadeling the old girl. So not seen me yet. What we're going to do is we're going to park it right here. Here we are. Let's park it. There we go. All right. And we'll sit here and wait for the Erie to come on up the line. Just like the standard noob. And we'll probably press up this way, looking for us as they go. Could be a non-standard noob. We'll get to see here in a minute. It'll be fun. See what kind of original thought they have with having not seen me at all. And so wondering what to do with just simply a massive empty ocean and a single target somewhere. Where I'm at. Guns be a turning. Yeah, here we go. Keeping our 90-degree angles. It's fine. Yeah, look at there. How you doing? Alright, and now we will do citadel practice. Yes, here I am. I haven't got very long. And if they turn that Erie too much, I won't get more citadels, so I've got to do what I can while we're in the vicinity of the sweet spot. There we go. All right. Yeah. Thank you for that perfect, wonderful broadside. Okay. 11115. There you have it. No, we're not battling on. We're out of here. Get our box and run. Couldn't do anything more because there weren't enough players, but the population is way down since they're at 3 to 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Okay, well, had some fun in the Swan here in Asia, even though I didn't really have any opponents. But just fun to sail the little girl for a little while here. So thanks for watching. Maybe we'll be back with something else later on.